Hi guys, Ryan from Omnilucid Media. Today we're talking about Drakkar and the Shieldmaiden. So we already have the Shieldmaiden history out there if you guys want to check that out and haven't already. There's some cool facts about them in there. But today we are talking about the game and how those facts of the Shieldmaidens help design and inspired our pieces in our game Drakkar. As you will see, also, we do have our tabletop simulator version of the game all uploaded, ready to go. It is ready to be play tested by anyone that would like to. So if you are interested, feel free to leave us a comment, either in the YouTube's comments or if you want to reach out to us on Facebook, however you want to do that. Reach out, let us know, and we will let you know how you can do that. So going forward, we will probably also do all of our demos with the tabletop simulator, just because at this point we are still just using our demo copy for the physical game, and it's not quite as put together as well because it's just stuff that we were able to make at home. So now that we have this nice fancy setup here, we definitely want to use this just to show it off. And also, if anybody does end up playtesting, it might help a little bit to be a little more familiar with seeing the tabletop version here. So let's get into it. So like I said, we are talking about the Shieldmaiden today, which is this piece right here. If you look over on the quick reference, you will see that it gives you all of the actions, moves, attack, their health, everything that you'll need to know about them. You can also obviously read it in the rule book, which I would highly suggest at first. And on top of that, Brian did just finish up our rule book pretty much all the way to the point of completion. There's just a few things that are left out that we won't be able to put in until we're a little bit further into production, but for the most part it's all done and good. At this point, the only thing that would change is once we start playtesting, if we find out some of the rules or something's a little complicated, then we might go in and change some of the wording. However, all the artwork and all that is in there, and it looks really cool. So definitely, again, if you guys end up playtesting for us, you'll get a kind of a sneak peek at what the rulebook looks like, unless we decide to put that out on a later YouTube video. So like I said, so here's your quick reference for them. We'll back up and I will explain how this Shieldmaiden works. So just real quick before we get into all the pieces that I have, kind of a little setup here just to show them off. So with the Shieldmaiden, they get 2 actions per turn. On those actions, they can move or they can attack. They only move 1 space on their move. However, they do get to move on the diagonal or in front of them. So basically, they can move to any of these spaces around them. They get to go anywhere that they want. They just only get to move 1 space. And the same is, that's the same spaces where they can attack. When they attack, they do 2 points of damage, so they are definitely someone that you need to watch out for. Now, as the name implies, Shieldmaidens, they do have shields, so they are your defensive units. They are there to help block your allies from enemy attacks coming in. How that works with them are the Shieldmaidens have 3 points of 3 shield hit points, or shield points as we're calling them. Jordan, go ahead and cut that part. Try and figure out where I want to go back to on here. So as the name implies, in Shieldmaiden, they do have shields, and they are primarily your defensive units, and they can shield themselves or allies. The way that works is Shieldmaidens have 3 shield points and 1 health point. So as you can see on our tabletop version here, they have stacks of discs here, which is how we're keeping track of damage. But their first 3 hit points are their shield, and with that shield they can block other units. Once those 3 are gone, they can no longer block other units, and they can only just basically take the hit themselves. Now, the way that the shield works, they can defend anywhere next to them or behind them. So on this piece, it would be anywhere on these sections of the board. Now, the difference is that it depends on the direction of the attack as to what's behind them. And how I have it set up here, if this archer was, let's move him over. If this archer was shooting at the archer next to her, this Shieldmaiden would be able to block him because the direction is coming from over here. So now the spaces she can attack are there. However, if this archer off to the side is the one shooting at him, she cannot block him because now behind her are these spaces back this way, and she can't reach around and block the front of the archer in time to cut that part too, Jordan. Now in the case of this archer over here, this one, if he's shooting at the archer that is in this space, now the direction of attack is differently. It's coming from the right hand side, so now the behind area of that Shieldmaiden are those spaces there, so she cannot block him because he is technically standing in front of her if that direction is coming, or the direction of attack is coming from this side. Also with that, any outside shots coming in on the diagonal that she would not be able to block. So let's say this archer is staying here and he is going to attack the archer there. Because the direction of the attack is on this outside, she cannot get around. She would have to be in a different area to block him. So he would take that hit from here. Now, should this Shieldmaiden be standing there, now she can because it's coming on the inside of her. So basically the inside and outside of the Shieldmaiden is what you have to remember in this section. So on here the attack is still coming on the outside of this Shieldmaiden, however it's the inside of that Shieldmaiden. Kind of thinking of it in terms of if this was a real fight, you know, she's not going to be able to reach way out and block on the outside of this guy, but this one, he's only standing right next to her, so she could definitely get to that space. Next, I will show you how the shields work. Now, the other thing about shields are that they have to be completely broken before you can do damage to the actual Shieldmaiden. So, what I mean by that is, if this archer took his last action to move him back here, if this archer took his last action to shoot this Shieldmaiden, he would have done 2 points of damage to her shield. And like I said, removing the discs is how we're keeping track of damage in the tabletop here. Since we can't incorporate our awesome little damage markers just yet, at least. Now, she still has 2 hit points, which means she has 1 shield point and 1 hit point left. That's what this is still indicating. But now let's say this Berserker comes up to her, so he moves 1, 2, and he has 1 more action to take a swing at her. They normally do 3 points of damage, but because this is still a shield, when he attacks, it is only going to take out that last shield point. It does not kill the Shieldmaiden because you have to completely destroy the shield and make it be gone before you can attack and kill that Shieldmaiden. Now, if he had 1 more action, he could go ahead and take her out, but because he had to use 2 to get up there to her, he only gets to take that shield out. So that is how that works. Obviously, the Shieldmaidens have a class card that gives them an extra ability as well that we will definitely let you guys see at a later time. But yeah, that is how the Shieldmaiden works in Drakkar. If you have any questions about the Shieldmaiden or how it works, feel free to leave us a message, ask. As always, if you guys have any questions about the game, we're always more than happy to answer them. But until next time, my name is Ryan, and this is Omni Lucid Games.